Hi there guys, it's Easy Fix FX here. In this video I just want to quickly show you guys how to calculate the correct lot size that you should be using. So this is all about risk management and how to basically calculate the correct lot size in under 30 seconds. So let's just say, for example, we saw this bearish engulfing candle and we wanted to go short on this market. And let's just say, for example, we wanted to enter at this level. And we wanted our stop loss just above the wicks over here, so just above the highs over here. So if we pull out our crosshair tool, this is how I like to do it. By holding in and dragging up here, we can see that our stop loss, if you look at the second number, it says 629. So basically that means our stop loss will be 63 pips. So if you round it off, you don't have to worry about the 9, but we're going to round it off, so it's going to be 63 pips. So basically the last number is this, that 629 is micro pips. So in actual pips, it'll be 63 pips if we round that number off. Okay, so now that we know our exact stop loss in pips, okay, then we need to go over to the position size calculator. So let's go there next. Okay guys, so once we over here, the actual position size calculator that I like to use is the myfxbook.com position size calculator. You can see over here, if you come into myfxbook.com, you don't need to open an account. If you do, it's all free anyway, but you can just come into the actual website itself. You don't have to log in or sign up. You can just come into calculators and then click on the position size calculator. Or just Google position size calculator and it'll probably bring up this MyFXBook link. So what you want to do is, as you can see, as you saw earlier, we're trading GBP USD. So you want to select the currency pair that you're trading. Now you want to select the currency that your account is in. So in my case, my account is in New Zealand dollars. Now let's just say, for example, my account is at $10,000. Now the risk ratio is the percent that you want to risk on your account. So in general, I risk about 3% per trade. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes 4%, but never more than 5%. On average, I'm risking about 3% per trade. You can also risk in money value. So you can risk, say, for example, $300. But I don't do it that way. I like to risk in percentage. So it must be set at risk ratio. So I've got mine at 3%. So the stop loss, as you saw before, was at 63 pips. We had measured that at 63 pips. Now the contract size, if you want to know how to get the exact contract size, just go back to your MetaTrader 4. So once you're in your MetaTrader 4, all you need to do is come into your watch list, right-click on the symbol that you're trading, click on specification. And over here, you'll get the exact contract size that's required in that field. So here's your contract size for this exact pair. Now this is all broker. It's different with each broker, but for in my case, it's at 100,000 units. You'll find with Nasdaq and gold and certain other instruments, it'll be different. Like as you can see with the Nasdaq, it's at 20. But generally with currency pairs, it'll be the same contract size. As you can see here with AUD, USD, it's also at 100,000. So with GBP, USD, okay, we saw that it was 100,000. So let's go back to my FX book to the actual position size calculator. Okay guys, so back in the position size calculator, we can see that our contract size, it's already set at 100,000, but let's just set it again here at 100,000 units. Okay, now what you do now is basically you click on calculate. Okay, so now it's calculated our risk, which will be 300 New Zealand dollars. It's also calculated our lot size. So our lot size needs to be 0.34. Okay, and the key with this lot size calculator is that it gives you the current exchange rate between the New Zealand dollar and the US dollar. And this is very important. This actual position size calculator does the whole conversion for you automatically. you'll see that if my account was in US dollars, that'll be 1, because the basically how these currency pairs work is GBP USD, the base currency will be GBP and the quote currency will be USD. So the actual quote currency, if you're trading GBP USD and your account is in USD, because the quote currency is the same as your account currency, it'll be 1-to-1. So there will be no conversion. Because when your account, for example, if you'll see over here that the lot size will be different. Okay, you'll see that the lot size has changed now to 0.476. But if your account currency is in New Zealand dollars, like in my case, you'll see that the lot size changes to 0.34. And that's very important. You guys need to understand that for each pip that you make, whatever your account currency is, if it's different to the quote currency, your actual the quote currency per pip will be converted back to your account currency. That's why you have to select the correct account currency, because it gets converted back in. The quote currency will get converted back to your account currency. So the lot size can change depending on your actual account currency. Like, for example, if you had a US dollar account, but you were trading, say, for example, let's just say you were trading GBP AUD, because your account is in US dollars and you're trading GBP AUD, the quote currency will have to be converted back into US dollars. So if you're trading GBP USD, the quote currency would be US dollars, so it would be equivalent. It would be US dollars here and US dollars here, so it would be the same. But because it's now you're trading GBP AUD, it has this currency. Every pip that you make is going to be calculated in AUD, but because your account is in USD, it has to be converted back to US dollars. That's why it's vital that you use this type of position size calculator, as it does the complete calculation for you. Like if you're using a different position size calculator, such as the baby pips one, it asks you here to put in the current the exchange rate between the NZD and USD. For example, if your account was in New Zealand dollars and you were trading GBP USD, it would actually ask you here for the current exchange rate. But with this calculator here, it has it here already. It's all live, and it's already got the calculation in here for you. So, for example, if we're trading GBP USD, as I said before, as you can see here, it already puts the change that back to NZD. It already puts the conversion in there for you, whereas the baby pips one, it doesn't have that in here for you. You've got to actually manually put that in there. So that's why it's better to use this one here, because it has it all in there and it calculates it for you automatically. So as you can see here, the stop loss in pips was 63, and we're risking 3% on our account. So it's calculated here that we need to be using a 0.34 lot size. So that's given it, and it's telling us here that we're going to be risking $300. So let's go back to MetaTrader 4. Okay, so once you're back in your MetaTrader, and now you know that you're risking 63 pips, and your lot size, you can see it calculated 0.34. So what you want to do is you want to put in your actual lot size, which is going to be 0.34. Okay, so we know that let's just remove these. So we know that we wanted to enter at the low of this candle once this candle closed. So now we just say, for example, we put a sell limit there. And now we know that our stop loss was going to be 63 pips at the high of this candle. So let me just alter this here so we can get it. Now, if you look left there, we can see that minus 627, that'll be basically minus 63 pips. And you can see that's going to be 300 NZD. So you can see everything is already calculated for me here. I've got my lot size at 0.34. I know that my stop loss needs to be 63 pips. So I've moved it up there, and I know that I'm going to be losing $300 based on this lot size and at this amount of pips. So if the market retraces, back up, and I get tapped out at the stop loss at 63 pips, it's already calculated in for me, so I don't have to manually just do the calculation myself or just guess. It's all basically calculated there for you. So once you get used to it, it'll literally take you about 30 seconds to calculate your lot size, get it all set up, and it's all hassle-free. Instead of having a position size calculator, there are ones that you can download and install that you can use as an indicator that come here on the screen, but it's just taking up more space, and it'll just be annoying actually having it on your screen. So I prefer to use the web-based one, and it's out of the way. You can always have it up in your browser, and it'll always be there, and it'll just take you, less than a minute to calculate your lot size. So all you need to do is come in here and measure roughly how many pips you want to risk. Okay, then you got to know, okay, I want to risk 3%. So all you need to do is go into that calculator, put in the amount of pips that you're willing to lose, put in the amount of risk that you're taking on, so 3% risk on your account, and then bang, it calculates your exact lot size accordingly. Plus that exchange rate is in there automatically, so it calculates it all based on your actual account currency and everything. So it's very handy to actually use that one instead of using the baby pips one or one of the other ones online. I find that one is the most accurate. So that's just a quick video, guys, on how to calculate your risk, because I think, let me just delete these before I actually get tagged in here. So the main thing as a trader, you need to, most of the time, on these trading channels and these people that you're listening to online that are teaching you how to trade don't really speak much about risk and how to calculate your risk. And your number one goal, or your number one tool in your trading tool bag, for example, your number one trading tool is actually having a tool to actually calculate your risk. Besides your strategy, besides your focusing on your take profits and making money, you need to firstly know how to calculate your risk and do it quickly and efficiently. If you see a nice setup on a pair and you want to get involved in the market, you need to know how to quickly calculate your risk. If you're risking strictly 3% per trade, you need to know or have a way to quickly do that, so that you can quickly come back into your platform and place the trade. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate you watching. I really hope you found some good value in this video. And I'm off to bed now. I'm quite tired, so I'm going to shoot off. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.